Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Easy English Talk, the place where you can improve your English in a simple, natural, and enjoyable way. My name is Jason, and I'm really happy you are here with us today, learning and growing step by step.
Hi, everyone. I'm Julia, and we're so excited to have you listening to this episode because today's topic is something that many English learners struggle with, and that is how to train your brain to actually speak English fluently, not just understand it.
That's right, Julia. You know, many learners tell us the same thing again and again. They say, I can understand English when I listen or read. But when I try to speak, my mind goes blank. Does that sound familiar to you?
Yes, exactly. It's like the words are somewhere in your brain, but they just don't come out when you need them. And that can feel frustrating, confusing, and sometimes even a little embarrassing.
But here's the good news. This is completely normal. And more importantly, it's something you can fix. You don't need to be born with a special talent to speak English fluently. You just need to train your brain in the right way.
In today's episode, we're going to show you simple and practical ways to do that. We'll talk about why your brain feels stuck, what mistakes you might be making, and most importantly, how you can change your habits to start speaking more naturally and confidently.
And don't worry. We'll keep everything easy to understand, with real examples and simple tips that you can start using today, even if you are a beginner.
So if you're ready to stop translating in your head, stop feeling nervous, and finally start speaking English more smoothly,
then stay with us, because this episode might change the way you learn English forever.
Let's get started.
All right, let's start by understanding something very important. How your brain actually learns a language. Because once you understand this, everything becomes much easier and more logical.
Yes, and here's the key idea. Your brain doesn't learn a language just by memorizing words or grammar rules. It learns through use, through practice, and through real communication.
Exactly. Think about how you learned your first language when you were a child. You didn't study grammar books or memorize long vocabulary lists, right?
Right. You listened, you repeated, you made mistakes, and slowly your brain started to recognize patterns. Over time, speaking became natural, almost automatic.
And that's the goal when learning English, too. You want your brain to respond automatically, without stopping to translate every sentence from your native language.
But here's where many learners have a problem. They focus too much on passive learning, like listening to lessons, watching videos, or reading texts. And while those are helpful, they are not enough on their own.
Yes, passive learning helps you understand English, but it doesn't train your brain to produce English, to actually speak it in real time.
To speak fluently, your brain needs active training. That means speaking, thinking, repeating, and using English regularly, even if it feels uncomfortable at first.
Another important point is that your brain builds strong connections through repetition. The more you use a word or sentence, the faster your brain can remember and use it again.
So if you only study English sometimes, your brain forgets quickly. But if you practice a little every day, your brain becomes stronger, faster, and more confident.
So remember this simple idea. Fluency is not about knowing more. It's about training your brain to use what you already know.
That's such a powerful idea. And in the next part, we're going to talk about the most common problems that stop learners from training their brain the right way.
Now that we understand how the brain learns a language, let's talk about some of the most common problems that stop learners from becoming fluent in English.
Yes, and you might recognize yourself in some of these, so listen carefully. The first big problem is thinking in your native language first and then trying to translate everything into English.
That's a huge one. When you do that, your brain becomes slow, and speaking feels difficult because you are doing 2 steps instead of 1. First thinking, then translating.
Exactly. And in real conversations, you don't have time for that. People speak quickly, and you need to respond quickly too. So translation becomes a big obstacle.
Another common problem is the fear of making mistakes. Many learners feel nervous or shy when they speak because they want to be perfect.
Yes, they worry about grammar, pronunciation, or what other people will think. So instead of speaking, they stay quiet, and that stops their progress.
But the truth is, mistakes are a natural and necessary part of learning. If you don't make mistakes, your brain doesn't grow.
That's right. Another issue is the lack of speaking practice. Some learners spend hours watching videos or reading, but they rarely speak.
And that creates a big gap. You understand a lot, but when it's time to speak, your brain is not trained for it.
Also, many learners depend too much on grammar rules. They try to build perfect sentences in their head before speaking.
Yes, and that slows everything down. Instead of speaking naturally, they get stuck thinking about rules.
So when you combine all these problems, translating, fear, lack of practice, and overthinking grammar, your brain feels confused and blocked.
But don't worry. The good news is that once you understand these problems, you can start fixing them step by step.
Exactly. And in the next part, we're going to show you the first powerful step to train your brain, and that is learning how to think in English.
All right, let's move to the first and one of the most powerful steps to train your brain. Start thinking in English.
Yes, this step is simple, but it can completely change the way you speak. Because when you think in English, you remove the need to translate, and that makes your speaking faster and more natural.
Exactly. Instead of thinking in your native language and then changing it into English, you train your brain to go directly from thought to English words.
Now, you might be wondering, how can I think in English if my English is not very strong? And that's a very good question.
The answer is, start small. You don't need big, complicated sentences. You can begin with very simple thoughts.
For example, look around you and describe what you see. You can say things like, I am sitting on a chair, or I have a phone in my hand, or the weather is hot today.
Yes, or you can talk about your daily routine in your mind. For example, now I am walking to work, or I am drinking tea, or I need to call my friend.
Another great method is to ask yourself simple questions in English and answer them. For example, what am I doing now? Or what will I do later? And then answer in English.
At first, it might feel slow or even a little strange, and that's completely normal. Your brain is learning a new habit.
But if you practice this every day, even for a few minutes, your brain will start to adjust. Slowly, thinking in English will become easier and more automatic.
And this is the key: consistency. You don't need to do it perfectly, but you need to do it regularly.
So remember, don't wait until your English is perfect to start thinking in English. Start now, start simple, and let your brain grow step by step.
In the next step, we're going to talk about how repetition and daily practice can make your brain stronger and help you speak more fluently. Now let's talk about another very important step: repetition and daily practice. This is how you make your brain stronger and faster in English.
Exactly. Your brain learns through repetition. When you hear, say, and use the same words again and again, your brain starts to remember them more easily.
Think of it like exercise. If you go to the gym one time, you won't become strong. But if you practice a little every day, your body and your brain become stronger over time.
That's why short daily practice is much better than long practice once in a while. Even 10 to 15 minutes every day can make a big difference.
You can repeat simple sentences, speak out loud, or review what you learned yesterday. The goal is to use English again and again.
And don't worry about being perfect. Focus on building the habit. Because the more you repeat, the more natural English will feel in your mind.
So remember, practice every day, keep it simple, and trust the process.
In the next step, we'll talk about something that stops many learners, fear, and how you can overcome it.
Now let's talk about something that stops many learners from speaking. Fear. Fear of making mistakes. Fear of sounding wrong, or fear of being judged.
Yes, this fear is very common, but it's also one of the biggest obstacles to fluency, because when you're afraid, you stop speaking, and when you stop speaking, your brain cannot improve.
The truth is, mistakes are not bad. In fact, mistakes are a very important part of learning. Every mistake teaches your brain something new.
Exactly. Think about it this way. Every time you make a mistake and correct it, your brain becomes smarter and stronger in English.
So instead of trying to be perfect, try to be brave. Speak even if your sentence is not perfect. Speak even if you are not sure.
And remember, nobody speaks perfectly all the time, not even native speakers. So don't put too much pressure on yourself.
The more you speak without fear, the more confident you will become.
In the next step, we'll show you a powerful technique that combines listening and speaking to train your brain faster.
Now let's move to a very powerful technique that can quickly improve your fluency, training your brain with listening and speaking at the same time.
Yes, this method is often called the shadowing technique. It means you listen to English and then repeat it immediately, almost like an echo.
Exactly. You don't wait too long. You try to copy the speaker as closely as possible, including their pronunciation, rhythm, and speed.
This is powerful because your brain is doing two things together, listening and speaking, and that helps build strong connections much faster.
It also helps you sound more natural. You start to learn how real English is spoken, not just how it is written.
For example, you can take a short sentence like, "I'm going to the market," listen to it, and then repeat it right away. "I'm going to the market."
You can pause, repeat, and practice it several times until it feels easy and natural in your mouth.
And the best part is, you can do this anywhere. While watching videos, listening to podcasts, or even using your favorite English learning content.
At first, it might feel fast or difficult, but don't worry. Start with slow audio and short sentences.
With regular practice, your brain will become faster, and speaking will start to feel more automatic.
In the next part, we'll show you a short real-life conversation so you can see how simple English can be used fluently. All right, now let's have a short, real-life conversation using simple English. Listen carefully, and if you can, try to repeat after us.
That's a great idea. Let's keep it simple and natural.
Hey, Julia, what are you doing right now?
Hi, Jason. Right now, I'm recording this podcast and talking to you. What about you?
I'm doing the same. After this, I think I will take a short break and drink some tea.
That sounds nice. I also need a break. Maybe I'll listen to some music or go for a short walk.
That's a good plan. By the way, have you practiced your English today?
Yes, I did. I tried to think in English and spoke to myself for a few minutes.
That's great. Small daily practice really helps improve fluency.
Absolutely. It's not about doing a lot, it's about doing it every day.
Exactly. Consistency is the key.
Now it's your turn. Try to repeat this conversation and practice speaking out loud.
Before we finish, let's talk about something very important. Your mindset. Because learning English is not just about methods. It's also about how you think and feel.
Yes, and one thing you must remember is this. Progress takes time. You will not become fluent in one day, and that's completely okay.
Exactly. Many learners feel frustrated because they don't see fast results. But the truth is, every small step you take is helping your brain grow.
So instead of focusing on being perfect, focus on improving a little every day. Even small progress is still progress.
Also, be patient with yourself. Some days will feel easy, and some days will feel difficult. But that's part of the journey.
And most importantly, believe in yourself. Your brain is powerful, and if you train it the right way, you can learn to speak English fluently.
Stay consistent, stay positive, and keep going.
In the next part, we'll quickly review everything you learned today.
All right, let's quickly review what we learned today about training your brain to speak English fluently.
Yes! First, we learned that your brain doesn't learn English by only memorizing words. It learns by using English actively in real life.
Then we talked about common problems like translating in your head, fear of mistakes, and lack of speaking practice.
After that, we shared powerful steps. Start thinking in English, practice daily with repetition, speak without fear, and use listening and speaking together through shadowing.
And we also practiced a real conversation to show you that simple English is enough for real communication.
So the final advice is this. Don't try to be perfect. Try to be consistent. Train your brain every day, even in small ways.
Because fluency is not a talent. It's a habit you build step by step.
Keep going and you will see progress.
All right, everyone. We've reached the end of today's episode, but your English journey doesn't end here.
Yes, it actually starts now, because everything we talked about today only works if you practice it in real life.
So here's your challenge. Today, try to think in English for just 5 to 10 minutes. Describe what you are doing, what you see, or what you plan to do.
And don't forget to speak out loud, even if you are alone. The more you use your voice, the faster your brain will adapt.
If you found this episode helpful, make sure to subscribe to Easy English Talk so you don't miss future lessons and podcasts.
And we would love to hear from you. Leave a comment and tell us, what is the biggest challenge you face when speaking English?
Your feedback helps us create better lessons for you.
Keep practicing, stay consistent, and remember, you are improving every single day.
We'll see you in the next episode. Take care and keep learning.